Hey guys, Peter here, and today I have the September That Wrestling Club box. This box usually, I believe, with shipping retails around $41. So it is the higher end wrestling sub box, but for every single month, both in customer service and in the items, I personally think they're typically the best box and most consistent. In customer service, I'm just gonna say it straight up. This month, the company is based in Florida, and both by email and also online through their social media channels, they informed customers that there might be shipping delays. And even though they said they were impacted a little bit by the hurricane, they still somehow managed to get these boxes out pretty much on time. So big thank you to the guys at That Wrestling Club. And I can't say enough good things about the customer service that they offer. I think it's just absolutely incredible. Without further ado, I'm going to open up this box and get into it. If you are interested in this, I'm going to leave information down below so you can subscribe to if you like what you see. So. Alright, once you open up the box, this is what you would see. Main thing I know that's going to be in this is an exclusive Marty Scurll tee. So let's get to that first. Should be it. Okay, that's actually a really cool shirt. So this is an exclusive design to That Wrestling Club, and it is licensed through Marty Scurll. I think that's a really cool design and awesome to have as an exclusive. Especially since it is a pretty big independent wrestler, and they somehow secured getting a really cool design for this shirt. I mean, I think even from afar that looks awesome. And even if you don't know who Marty Scurll is, I think that design's just sick. Like, I hope that really shows up well on the camera. But yeah, awesome. I'd say probably for a shirt, I usually say about 10. With exclusive and licensed shirts, I usually give it about 2. I'm going to give this about 12, 13 bucks. But again, you could probably give it 20 if you wanted to. That just varies on where you're at. I think these are socks. They're great because you can always use more of those. Sweet. So we got DX socks in a previous box. This time we have socks with the NWO. Just a simple black and white design on the foot, and then around it has the NWO logo. This has an MSRP of $14.99 according to the tag. I think you could probably give it 15 if you wanted to, again based on the MSRP. Otherwise, I think you could probably maybe get these at like a big box retailer online if you really looked around, maybe for about 8 or 9 bucks. So we'll do about 8 or 9 on my end because I usually price a little bit lower, but you could give it $14.99 with the MSRP. Awesome socks though. I love getting these socks. Especially without the designs with the people on them. I hate subliminated socks, but these knit ones are awesome. So I hope they keep these up. I think this is the pin. Okay, we got a pin from Kayfabe News. It says it's not fake news. It's not fake news. It's predetermined. Not my favorite pin. Seems more like a promotional item and like a partnership between the two companies, which is fine. But definitely not my favorite pin that they've done so far. But yeah. Pins you could probably give for this one. It's a pretty basic design. I'm gonna give that about $7 this month. I think this is a poster. Yep. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is another Kayfabe News type thing. It says Wrestling Jokes by Dad. So it's like a little mini poster. For this, again, it seems more like a promotional item, which is fine. I mean, it makes good filler at least. Probably just gonna give about $1 to that. Is this a CD? Oh, no, it's a DVD. We got a 2-disc set for the Young Bucks. This is the Too Sweet Journey. Let's see. Okay, I'm okay with that. It just seems like a documentary from High Spots about the Young Bucks' career and just kind of behind the scenes with them and with some more prominent people. They have Matt Sydal, formerly Everett Bourne, on the back, as well as Bret Hart and Kevin Owens. So that's okay. I definitely like documentaries more than pay-per-view type DVDs, just because usually these documentaries are things you can't really find online, whereas like pay-per-view matches and even like bigger matches you could probably find if you search on things like YouTube or Vimeo or other things like that. So definitely more on documentaries than anything else. I think for this you could probably give it about $8 to $10. Seems fair, given that it's a documentary and that they probably don't have this anywhere else online, at least. So, yeah. Okay with that. Next we have some cards. We got a sticker saying, "We rule the world." It's an elite sticker, which is pretty cool. And then we also got, this is actually pretty neat. It's like the old, I forget who made, I think maybe Mattel made them, but it looks like the old WWF figures with Jake the Snake. It's a little print. I am glad that they have a little bit of a bigger print than they normally do, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's really neat. Keep up giving me larger prints, because I love larger artwork, especially ones that you can frame. Like that Finn Balor artwork last month, I wish that was bigger, because it was such a cool print. But yeah, things like this are awesome. Given that it is I don't know if this is an exclusive print that they made with the artist, extra cooler, but I'm gonna give it probably, especially because it's like a harder cardstock, probably about $3 or $4 for this one at least. And I think that's it with the autograph at the bottom. Okay. Sweet. So we got an autograph from Jim Ross. It's a really clear autograph too. The only thing they teased really for this one is that it was going to be a Hall of Famer. Very happy to have Jim Ross. He's kind of like, for me at least, the voice of my childhood. I think he's probably, in my opinion, the best announcer, like pure announcer that they've had. So, for his autograph, I'd probably say at conventions, I would have to guess that he probably charges, probably 15 or 20 bucks, I would imagine, given how prominent he was. I feel like that's pretty good, 15, 20 bucks, roughly. And let's see if there's anything else. Nope, that's it. The only thing they have is a WrestleTunes little ad. They're making their own wrestling figurines, so I'm going to be interested to see how they look. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they are going to be a neat item, or if it's kind of going to be like the little figurines that things like, what's the company called? Wrestle Loot or something like that, or Pro Wrestling Loot. They had like their own little figurine thing they made, and it just didn't look good. So I'm hoping they look good, but we'll see. I think it's Pro Wrestling Crate makes their own as well, like Brawling Buddies or something like that, and those are fine. They're about the size of mystery minis. It's fine. They don't consider it like a big item for them, so that's why I don't mind it as much. It's just kind of another thing that's consistent. So that I don't really mind, but I'm hoping that this isn't going to be like a big thing for them, but it's going to be like a average pack, and kind of like Pro Wrestling Crate does. With that though, let's do some review and pricing for this. The first item they have listed on here is the Marty Scurll exclusive shirt. Right there. Again, I'm going to give this probably about 12 or 13 bucks. You could potentially give it about 20. That's about as average of what t-shirts cost if you go to like another event. But on a whole, if you look for sales, Not for this one, because again, it says an exclusive design. But if you look for sales, on average, you can find t-shirts for about that pricing. Again, some people will say that's not really fair, given that they're a smaller company. But this is just my pricing, and I always underprice, and usually I get a really good value anyway. So with average MSRP pricing, you could probably give even higher. But nonetheless, I'm going to probably give that about $13, roughly. Awesome shirt. Very happy with that. Next, we have an autograph from JR. Again, I'm going to guess on average he probably charges $15 to $20 given his prominence. So, again, I'm just going to go on the low end and say 15 roughly, but still, very cool autograph to get, and I'm glad it was a prominent announcer. Next, we have the NWO socks. I love getting these kind of socks in here, especially with the knit design, and again, without the sublimated design. Again, MSRP of $14.99. I'm going to personally give these about $8 or $9, because again, I feel like you could probably find these a little bit cheaper than that MSRP pricing. But again, if you wanted to, you could give it the $14.99 MSRP price. Next, we have the Unbox documentary DVD. This, I'm going to give about $10. I feel like that's pretty fair for a DVD, especially one that is a documentary rather than being a pay-per-view. Again, if they're going to include DVDs, I really hope they do more documentary type things, because I love getting behind the scenes looks at the world of wrestling rather than getting like a pay-per-view type thing. Unless it's like a really hard to find pay-per-view or anything like that. But yeah, I feel like $10 is pretty fair for that. The Elite sticker is included with that as well. Probably give about $1, $2 for that. We also have the Jake the Snake art print. Probably about, I'll give $4 for the print, because it's a nicer cardstock, and it doesn't say it's exclusive, but I do like that it's a larger print. And then we had the Kayfabe News Wrestling Dad Jokes poster. I'm just going to give that $1. And the Kayfabe News lapel pin, which I'm just going to give $7. So as a whole, I'm actually really happy with this box. Love the shirt, love the socks, love the autograph. The DVD, again, I'm very happy that it is a documentary rather than being like a pay-per-view. Art print's cool, and stickers a neat little throw-in. I guess the only two items that I'm not crazy about are the throw-in poster and the Kayfabe News pin. Just doesn't really do it for me. Nothing that's that interesting. Even the design for me isn't really exciting. It's very basic. As a whole, though, I'm probably going to give this about a 4.5. Value-wise, we're about $61. This box costs, again, about $41, roughly. So you're getting about $20 extra value, which is really good. And again, the way we're getting the value is awesome, too. As a whole, this box leans for me more to being a positive box. Again, love the socks, the shirt, the auto. The DVD's great. The stickers are cool. Throw in, especially with it being an official Elite sticker. And again, I love the larger art print. I guess the only two items I'm not really crazy about are the pin, which usually is a home run for me, and the little poster, which is just a throw-in, which is fine. But as a whole, I'm going to probably give it about a 4.5. So a very strong box. And next month, with it being Halloween, it's supposed to be pretty crazy. So I would highly encourage you guys to sign up, which again, I'll leave all the information for this box down below. Let me know down below as well what you guys thought about the box. And if you think I usually price lower, so even though I gave a $20 value, which is really good in my opinion, I feel like you could probably give even higher for things like the autograph, the socks, the shirt, and maybe even the DVD. But yeah, definitely let me know. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll be back with more unboxings as well, and thank you guys so much for watching.